Interviewing my employee. Is that degrading to you?
No, I don't fucking care.
All right, so we are talking episode 9.
Yeah.
With
wow.
Chris Caso. Yeah, so Chris and I are good pals now, and Chris is like the producer of the podcast, and he's my right-hand man. And so we are just going to have a fun, goofy conversation, but I'm basically going to interview him.
What if I want to ask you questions?
Yeah, no, we'll talk back and forth, because the thing about Chris is off the rip, which I love, is that you're a professional and you're helping me out. Like, I obviously pay you, but it's like we work together.
Yeah.
You know, not to shed a tear.
No, we do.
Yeah, no. So that's what I tell people. It's
Yeah.
like, yes, you're an employee, but like we work together. You basically have started this podcast with me. Everything is like together. And what I like about you even more is that you do other work, other professional work, and you hustle for it. So that's like, you know, I'd prefer that rather than only you trying to be focused on like our shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it shows like, you know, shows motivational like hustle and grind to like do new things, try to get better at other things, you know, get your toes in different things, and that's like a good attribute.
Yeah. Thank
so
you.
That's the last time I'm going to compliment you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But was that a solid assessment?
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
I do other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what do you do?
I freelance, create. I mainly make podcasts and stuff right now.
Mm-hmm.
I work on this. I work on Oops a Podcast. I make that, and I do clips for Girls Gotta Eat, which is another podcast. And I do other freelance stuff. So whatever people need me for, comedy stuff or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Photos, pictures, whatever you need.
Proficient in video, photo, editing, which is like this new universal language that like everyone should learn.
Yeah.
I always tell people, but yeah. What got you into like podcasting?
What got me
like
into
what like
podcasting?
what let's like again, like you're a guest, we'll take this seriously. What was the formative years of figuring out sort of like this creative, you know, background, filming, videography, content creation, stylizing, like with a video camera, you know, like where did this all begin? Run it back.
Okay.
How old are you?
I am 25. I started watching YouTube videos when I don't know, like 10, 11, 12, same as you, just like loved watching YouTube videos. There's this whole world of like things that I actually wanted to watch. I never really liked what we were watching on TV at home, so I would just like sit in my room and watch YouTube videos all day. And so from there, I started making, well, I guess I started playing Call of Duty first and like Gears of War and all of that. And I kind of started making videos for my friends, and I would edit videos, and I like learned on Sony Vegas.
Nice.
I don't know. I never really thought anything about it. I guess I just like, none of my friends were really into that. I just like, I remember so my first camera, I bought a GoPro, maybe like my junior year of high school, and I started making videos with that. I was like, this is pretty cool. I never thought anything about it, but I was just like, I like doing this. I'm gonna keep making videos. Just cutting it up on Sony Vegas. Were you ever on Sony Vegas?
Never did Sony Vegas. I started with iMovie.
Oh yeah, because you're a Mac kid.
Yeah, but like the older one was like really good for like a while, and they came out with a new iMovie that was shit. So I would always download the old one. Yeah. You could fast forward things anyways, but yeah, iMovie and Premiere is all I've ever used.
Yeah. So I was Windows. So what was it? Media Maker?
Yeah.
Windows Media Maker? Yeah. That was like the first thing, and then I was like, what the fuck is this? I need to get Sony Vegas. Yeah. Started editing on Sony Vegas, just like learning everything on YouTube University from RIP, even before.
That's like one of our biggest things we have in common is YouTube University.
And just like the ability to like be humble enough to know that I can learn anything, and like
100%.
Always searching, how do I make this and how do I make that, and like always knowing that I could find out how to do something new. I went to this school called Monmouth in New Jersey
Mm.
for 1 year, and I guess I was in like TV and video, but I didn't do anything. It's like your freshman year, so you don't do any of
like first year program and nothing
but-
specific.
Yeah, but that school sucked and I hated it. Didn't have many friends. Shout out to my friends there though. Matt and RJ. And
RJ.
so I transferred. And before that, so pretty much I was stuck in my dorm room for like a year and just like watching videos. Instagram was kind of like finally popping out.
Yep.
And I was like, damn, this shit's sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching like, I don't know if this was that time, but Casey was like daily vlogging.
Yeah, that was
so
like
like
2016, 2017.
yeah,
I
so
think.
this was
2018 also, but like I
2014.
feel like he took over the world 2017.
2014 I graduated high school, so like 2015. So I guess he wasn't vlogging yet, but I was like watching his first YouTube videos and like getting into the whole filmmaking world, just like consuming.
Yeah, so mega consumer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube forever. Yeah.
And I feel like that's like the rite of passage to then becoming a creator.
Yeah. So then
Almost.
And then I feel like my main person I really saw was Rory Kramer, who was the videographer for the Chainsmokers at the time.
Right.
Because I was like super into the Chainsmokers at the time. And they were like putting out Instagram videos that I'd never seen before. I was like, whoa, what is this? How do I do this?
And crazy.
And I remember
shit.
just like going on Google, like, how do I make videos like Rory Kramer?
Yeah.
What camera does Rory Kramer use?
You
like,
and a million other kids.
Oh, yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like,
and I was like, who is this? Why? Because like, at that time, it was just like, I think it was only 15-second videos.
Mhm.
So like, that was it. And then nobody was like posting stuff about themselves online. So then you had to like, I'm like trying to, where is he from? How did he do this? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like waiting for him to like drop new stuff. And I was just like, damn, this is sick. And then, so I ended up transferring to a different school. I did a year there. And then I transferred to Cortland, where I ended up finishing school.
Oh, I thought you dropped out. You did finish college.
Yeah. Yeah. I did one
I don't know
year
why I thought
here.
you dropped out anyways.
No.
Well, shout out for finishing. Was it enjoyable? Like, and you did video the whole time? I kind of just interrupted, but
I'll get there.
please.
Sorry.
No, I apologize. That's on me.
Good.
Working on
No,
it.
you're good.
Working
You're good.
on it.
No. I have.
Yeah, he's in the flow.
All right. So now this is my freshman year of college. I just graduated. I didn't graduate. I transferred to this new school, and then I saved up all my money from working at the snack bar in the summer, and I bought a camera.
Hell yes.
My first camera, the Nikon D3300, baby. Love that thing.
Ugh.
Whoa, relax. Actually, the only reason why I bought a Nikon was my mom's cousin, or I guess my cousin too. She worked there, so I got a little discount.
Oh, that's nice. Hell yeah.
So-
Shot video, obviously.
So
That
the
photo?
3200 was the one before it shot no video. So
Mm.
like the 3300 was the first one that shot video, took photos. That camera rips. I used it for 6 years.
Hell yes.
So graduated, and then I didn't really like start making stuff really. I like knew I could edit, and I just like shot pictures here and there. They're all like bad. I don't know. Didn't really like do anything with it. So I'm in college at Cortland, and then I got asked to make a sorority video
Ooh.
for the sorority. And
You
and-
said yes quicker than ever.
yeah. How much do you think I got paid?
For the sorority video?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm going
Or
to
how much do you think I asked for?
$50.
I asked for
Yeah.
$40.
Nice.
And then they ended up giving me $60 and like a 30 rack of Bud Light.
That's awesome.
The most
For
college.
like a promo video or for like a rush video?
Yeah, it was a rush video.
That's so funny.
And so I shot that video. It's like pretty good. So I'd been editing for I don't know, like a while at that point. So
Yeah.
I like knew my way around, but I hadn't really shot a full thing. I mean,
For like a client and a legit thing.
yeah,
like a deliverable,
that was like my
this is what we
first
want.
paid
Yeah.
gig.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, I guess I'd been making short videos at that time, but nothing really like good.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was my first real thing.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like you you had all these skills and maybe you're downplaying how good you actually were, or how much time you spent
But I didn't know if I was good or not.
Right, but you did it for a while.
Yeah.
Like you weren't just like putzing around. Like
Yeah.
you knew how to do it. You knew you liked it, and you
Yeah.
did it for you. And then an opportunity came
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, we want your skills. Can you make this for us? And then
Yeah.
you take it a little more seriously. And I'm guessing, I don't know, that maybe was even a rite of passage of like, oh wow, I just made money from this. Did that spark something in you? Or like, oh, you were excited about the work you made and you got paid.
Yeah.
Did that channel something within inside?
I don't even remember specifically. So I made this video and it went really well. And I was just like sitting there one day and I was like, this is really cool. I feel like I could do this.
Yeah.
And at that moment, I just decided, I was like, this makes me really happy. I'm just going to do this for the rest of my life. No, it doesn't matter how much money I make. As long as I'm happy, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I pretty much stuck to that. And so my next gig out of that, I started working with a football team, just making videos for free. Just like I wanted to make highlight videos. I was like, I know I can make videos. And I had a friend on the team. Shout out Kyle. He was like, Kyle and Max. They're like, yeah, you could probably make videos for us. And that's what I did. Team? So yeah, I started making videos at home games, and I'm like, oh, cool. And then I started traveling with them. And then, yeah, I was just there to make like highlight videos. And so I made some more sorority videos, getting paid for those. And I was like, this is cool. I'm like doing stuff on the side, making money on the side. Yep. School ended. I was supposed to, this is a very, everything happens for a reason moment. So I had 6 credits that I need to finish at the end of college. And I had planned to study abroad in Italy. I'm Italian. I wanted to go study abroad in Italy.
Mario. Italian. So that's awesome.
I wanted to do that. And
wait, to finish your last credits. So
I had 6 credits left.
So senior year, and you wanted to do it.
So after I graduated,
that's wild.
You can like you can walk, and then you can like finish your time out there.
Yeah.
So I was like, I had 6 credits. The program's for 6 credits. Oh, this is perfect. But my first semester at Cortland, I got like a 1.5 GPA, and so I just spent the rest of the time getting my GPA above that.
Yeah,
and
not hard.
No, it is because like you fuck
grades.
Yourself at the beginning, and then it's like I got like a 3.2 every semester after that.
Good, dude.
And then so my final GPA was 2.97.
Oh, because of the average, yeah. Well,
my final GPA was 2.97, and you need a 3 to go.
Oh,
so I applied and I didn't get in.
Poor guy.
But that's why I say everything happens for reasons. But I then ended up applying to all these like sports internships, and then I got the gig with the Rams in LA.
Yeah, that's sick.
And so they were like, "Hey, can you be here in 2 weeks?" Yeah, we're starting. I was like, "Oh, word, okay." Yeah. So then I moved to California for 2 weeks. And I think the only reason why I got that job is because the high school I went to was called Westlake High School, and the town over there is called Westlake. So I think they looked at my paper and they didn't realize I was from New York.
Yeah, right.
So ended up getting that job. And then I spent the time with the Rams for like a year. And that was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, how was it cool? In what ways? Did you learn a lot? I remember you telling me that it maybe actually wasn't necessarily the most fulfilling experience.
Yeah.
I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No, it wasn't
awesome experience.
Yeah, it was a great experience. It wasn't exactly what I wanted to be doing, but because I was working with like the internal video team, so I was like helping film practice and putting video stuff together for like the team to watch film and stuff, and my main job was to play music during practice.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so they would always get mad. So I never controlled what music would go on the iPod. First of all, it's this tiny iPod Nano in 2019. What do we even still have this thing for?
Yeah.
And then you can only put certain songs on there. So the players are just yelling at me, play the song. I can't. It's not on the iPod. I can't.
Yeah. It's not my fault.
Yeah. So that season was good. It was a lot. Working in sports is a lot. Like,
especially that massive franchise.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like,
I just went to the top. I guess I like started in college working with them.
Started from
like
the sorority, now we're here.
Small D3 football team to like the NFL.
Right.
So it was just like, you don't get weekends off. Like that's when you work. That's like your main busy time.
Right.
But I did get to travel, so there's like a big upside.
So you traveled with the team.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah. And so during the games, what I would do. What was it? Okay. So there were these printers, and they would print out the plays. So every play would have like 4 images for it.
Mm-hmm.
So like the coaches can look at how people move. So my job during the games was taking these papers and like stuffing them into binders and then handing them to the coaches. So I was like right on the sidelines behind the players doing that all day.
Damn.
So, you know, I'm on the field. So like the games were the best part, obviously. So like the whole week leading up to it is like, this is not that great. And then you go to the game and you're like, this is cool. And we were winning. We ended up going to the Super Bowl. We were really good. I mean, if you guys know the famous New Orleans call, there was this botched call and everyone crazy. And that was wild being there. That is crazy.
Your 1 year there, you guys did so good.
We went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and then lost.
We ended up losing
to the Patriots, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got crushed. You only got scored 3 points, right? I think it was 24-3 or something.
No. That was the other one. It was like, I don't even remember.
Anyways.
I like blacked that out from my memory.
Yeah. But that's still sick as hell.
Yeah. But the Super Bowl was all right. It's just like, I don't know. We didn't, but like we just worked the whole time.
Yeah.
And then like, but I did get to bring my parents there. We got to fly. The team like accommodated 1 hotel room for people, and I got tickets to the game for my parents, so they got to come and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't.
That's pretty great.
I finished with the Rams, and then I came home, and then I still
this is 2020 at this point? Came home when?
2018. So I graduated 2018, left for LA in June or the beginning of July. I came home in March or April of that year, so I was there for like 10 months. And then, so I'm at home. I'm like, what am I going to do? I wasn't really doing anything. I had to finish my 6 credits because I never did them. I was supposed to like do them while I was in LA, but I didn't have the time to do that. So then I started taking them out of community college. And then as soon as that ended, Francis, this comedian I'd been following forever, he was like, looking for a podcast producer, needs 25 years of experience or something like that.
Yeah.
And I just applied and I got that. And so that's kind of how I entered into the podcast world. I mean, I'd been listening to podcasts forever. How
disrespectful. I even put mine on vibrate, then put it on the ground.
Yeah. Fuck it. So then I got that, and that's another thing. I've always kind of like done work for, not for free necessarily, but always for cheaper. Just like the football stuff, like in college, I never got paid for any of that, but I just knew that I should do it because, and then it led me to this big experience that I did get paid for. And then I like got home and I got this job, or I got this opportunity to make money, not a lot of money, but I was like starting with the podcast. The podcast hadn't even started yet. And they're like, listen, we could pay you this much and it's going to get more, but this is all we can do right now. I was like, I'm in. Like I live at home still. I don't have any bills to pay. I have all my stuff.
And you're young. It's like, I don't know what, like, I feel like a lot of people, their downfall is taking themselves too seriously, trying to get like in some big operation immediately. It's like, you got to leverage and be realistic of what you are. Again, I'm not you, but you just finished school, living at home. Yeah. A cool comedian that you like is offering to work with you and use you and pay you. Like, sounds fucking great to me.
Yeah. So then I started doing that, and it's kind of history from there. And then since then, I just knew that it would all work out. Like through that,
You're
I've
so
just
positive.
been. What?
I'm so negative sometimes. I need to be more positive. Like,
I don't know. I just always knew that if I like put myself in the right direction, that I'd be fine. And then
to do the things that you take fulfillment and enjoy, like you can't lose, basically.
Yeah. And then so like did the podcast throughout the pandemic, and that was nice that I had something to do. And then things started picking up. We started going back in, and then I was like, I need to like expand more. So then I just started anybody who posted anything about doing a podcast, I just hit them up. I probably hit up like 20 people.
Wow.
And you were one of them.
Yeah, so let's
you posted an Instagram story.
Yeah.
Or you were doing a Q&A on Instagram and you were like, "Oh, I'm thinking about starting a podcast." I was like, "Oh, this is my perfect moment."
And this was at my old studio, right?
Yeah, this was like November of 2020.
Yeah, wow.
You had mentioned something about a podcast and I was like, "Oh, I have this experience now. How can I leverage it?" Because so many people want to start podcasts, but people like it's like a newer thing, I feel like. So a lot of people are ingrained in it that are kind of stuck in their ways. I was like, how can I start to work with new people? So all the people I'd been following who had been mentioned anything about a podcast, I would hit them up. I'd be like, "This is my work. I have this to show." And
we're talking about hustle here, people. Like, that's
and also
literally not waiting for something to just like fall in your lap.
Yeah.
Going out, DMing 20 people.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's like...
I mean, also, when I first got the podcast, I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I just like, that's just like the hustle. It's like you figure it out. Like I figured it out along the way.
And with your can-do attitude and like we're talking about YouTube University, like that's like, who were we talking about? Some podcast, maybe it was Jordan, like talking about how like, there's a clear difference with people who like have that can-do attitude and are like, even mediumly resourceful that have the humility to like, "Oh, I don't know this, but let me fucking figure it out on YouTube."
Exactly.
And then do it, and maybe fail a couple times, but keep doing it. Like, that's the name of the game. And yeah, you weren't an audio engineer or some expert or did anything, but like you clearly did the job and now you are.
Yeah.
So it's like, gotta start freaking somewhere.
Yeah.
You're not just born with knowing things.
Yeah, I just like knew that I could figure it out, and that's what I did. And for a while, I couldn't, and then I figured out one thing, and then everything was amazing.
Nice.
It was so stupid. It was like, whatever, I'm not gonna get into it.
Let me ask you this. Did you watch my videos? So you obviously see it, but like, were you into art? Or
so I was just like in pandemic, and I just like ran out of YouTube to watch, and I was like, all right.
Impossible.
Well, all of the stuff.
Impossible.
I was like just kind of watching like filmmaking stuff and like maybe some comedy stuff, and I was like, I like art, let me start going into it. And then I stumbled on 1000 videos and I just like watched all of them, and then you were in one of them, and then I watched your videos. I was like, oh, sick. And then I follow everyone on Instagram, and I'm like waiting for my opportunity, and he's like, oh, hey, no, someone asked you a question, and you said something about a podcast. I was like, hey man, I make podcasts. I love to work with you. What's up? And then you're like, hey, I forgot what you said, but you're like, I'm moving to New York.
Pull it up. It's so deep in our DMs though. It's so far away. Yeah. Let's see who can get to there first. It's so far though, because we've been talking so much. Oh, actually, it's not that far.
Yeah.
I'm already in. So. Oh no, yeah, I am.
I'm in April.
Oh, what?
Oh, I got it.
Oh, I got it too. Wait, I have the story also. Wait, so we could watch the story.
Whoa!
Only I can see this. So it's a Q&A. What's a medium process you really want to try? Someone asked that to me, and I said, certainly want to try claymation. Also, I'm planning on starting a podcast. Yeah, that was December 3rd, 2020. And Chris DMs me saying, I'm currently a podcast producer looking for more work. I run everything from audio to video and managing social at Oops the Podcast. If you're looking for someone, let me know. And I said, hey, much love. Where are you from, base? You say, I live in Westchester, New York, which was really close to me because I was in Connecticut. Not really close, but mediumly close. And you say, I'm not sure where you are, but I have a car and I could travel. I said, much love. I live in CT this spring, but I'm moving everything to Brooklyn where I could hopefully get a bigger space. So I might hit you up in several months down the road. Hit me up in spring just in case I lose your info. And like, I do remember this because you were the first person. And like, I purposely answered that question to put out feelers, right? Like, and this was still like pretty early on before moving, but I remember being like, all right, I should always put out feelers just to get the ball rolling. I kind of always thinking about like the long con of things. And you were I think the only person, no one else was like, that's cool. Or wasn't even looking for a producer.
I know. That's why I knew that I was like in a good spot because it was literally a Q&A.
Yeah. And then I don't know how much longer when I did put out, oh, look, there's a voice message right here.
Yo, Chris, this is Slew. Really random question. I'm actually writing budgets For 2021 expenses, I'm raising a bunch of money anyways to keep it short. I just have a random question about podcast producers. Not that I would end up hiring you or we'd work together. This is all very
Yeah, you are.
Maybe we will in the future. I just want to know from your experience as a podcast producer, what are you charging? Like, what is your income like? Are you splitting revenue from the actual podcast revenue, or are you getting paid separately and have nothing to do with splitting any of the revenue? Like, what is monthly rates you charge, or weekly, or per podcast? I'm just any numbers would be great, man.
Damn, that sounds so cringy. But
I sent you like
yeah, you sent me a paragraph.
I sent you like a full breakdown.
Yeah, and that's just me trying to sound legit and savagery, but we know each other 0% at that point.
Yeah.
Never met. But like I was literally just I think I looked on your page and I looked at Oops and I was like, okay, this kid knows what he's doing. Like I think I have the I know when kids kind of understand and it's like, okay, this is a worthwhile question to like ask him. And so I was like, yeah, I don't know shit about podcasting. I think that's why one of my like good traits is like actually trying to find people who know what they're doing to help me rather than try and do everything by myself. But I was like, I just want to know, man, like what it is. I have no idea. I am trying to like put away money for the money I raised to this venture because I was really gung-ho about it. Asked you. And then New York, this is a long dragged out story, but then again, you're the first person. And it was so serendipitous that you were moving to Brooklyn and I was moving to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And again, I put out more feelers. I was like, all right, I should probably get 1, 2, or 3 people to like interview or talk to, get to know and see what would work best for me. But it was literally just you. It was just you.
Very
you
nice.
Remember coming for the first time?
Yeah, and then you told me, you were like, dude, I don't want to work with anybody else. Let's do it. I was like, dope. That's what I want to hear.
But I didn't like, dude, I was so nervous because first of all, I've never hired someone or even like let someone in my world, let alone start something brand new that I knew nothing about. Like I knew about filming and shit. Like I know I could probably make a nice set and have a good looking whatever, but like the audio, also like the logistics, there's a lot more to the back end of everything that people, the layman doesn't understand that we know now. And I was like super nervous. I remember you come in, it was so nice, but I was like, yeah, dude, this kid seems chill. Also, I was like, am I really going to find someone who's like this professional, has this much experience, who lives in Brooklyn, who's nice? That's like my number one thing. I was like, if you're kind and just normal, weird, that doesn't matter. But if you're just nice and kind, that's like the most important thing. And like, again, like you said, for other people, it's like, that was more important than someone being super mega professional. I got lucky with you, but like, because people can learn.
Yeah.
Like I was going to learn myself, so we could have learned together, but you hit like, it was just perfect situation, right place, right time.
Yeah, man. Here we are.
Yeah. So how are you feeling about it?
Good, dude.
Were you excited? Were you like, oh, this kid's legit, or this kid's he's bluffing? Like, what did you think? I mean, what were your inclinations?
No, I knew it would be good. Like, I'd been watching your videos, so I knew it was just kind of an extension of that. You have this sick place, and I got to like watch it develop. So it's been really cool to kind of hang out here as it's been going on, and it's been great. It's just like I'm so excited about everything we're doing because we're just like I feel like we're just on the same page. We both want to do
It's insane, man. I talked to my mom about it and my family because like that was like the big thing on my friends. If they're like, "Whoa, you're gonna hire someone?" Like I was like, "Yeah," but like, well, how's your employee? And again, like I feel like that's like a degrading thing to say because Chris is like the boss, also, and like the point of, especially how lucky I got with you because you're so good at everything. Like and we've talked about this. Like your role is to like literally do it and manage it and tell me what to do. Half of it. Of course, like I'm the judge and the jury, I'm the rebellion and I'm the empire, but it's like your job is to like do it because you're great at what you do and you're a professional. And so it's like also having that second opinion is super important because like for me or like anyone in this sort of situation, like you could become like this like egotistical god where like you think your way is the best or you think you know exactly what to do. And so having someone be like, oh no, maybe try this, or like I think this way is better.
Best idea wins, baby.
Best idea wins. That is our motto. Best idea wins. But it's super important. And I knew that and I wanted that. And I'm very grateful and lucky.
So that's how I ended up here. And that's all of it.
And that's history, man. And we went through, we did so much work. Like,
oh my God.
So yeah, I moved in April. I don't think we met maybe in like late May or early June.
Sounds about right.
And like I was building everything and like getting this set up. We did the first podcast, which was such a shit show, but like worked. It's with Dean.
Yeah. Good episode.
Great. Honestly, great conversation.
Yeah.
But
just like the set was nothing.
Set was nothing.
This.
Our workflow was nothing.
Yeah.
But like we have developed so much and worked, and so it's like, and that's another thing. It's like, again, not to like I'm ranting now, but like the whole SLEWNIVERSE, this whole thing is like, I would say very legit. Maybe like way too legit for like where we are, like the amount of money I've spent, the amount of money, the amount of time we've worked to build everything. Yeah. But like, that's what I like, you know, like we could look back and be like, all right, we started from like 6th gear. Yeah. We did as much as we could to make everything as sick as possible. And that's like, why I love it. Yeah, no. And that just like goes to your credit. You're like, if I'm doing something, I'm like gonna do it right, and I'm gonna get people that know what they're doing, and we're gonna do it right, and that's what we've been doing. Yeah, but almost like in a medium crackhead thing. It's like, you know me, like my neurosis of like, So that's a good question. What do you think is my biggest strength and my biggest weakness? And then I'll go to you, but I gotta think about it. Biggest strength and your biggest weakness. Or I don't know, something along those lines. Like, what do you think I'm really good at, and what do you think I can improve upon? In terms of, I don't know, managing or talk, you know, anything. It's open-ended, but I think that's a good question. And absolutely be honest or I'll fire you. I'm like trying to think of a bad thing. I like can't. I don't know, dude. I feel like we just like think the same way. We just like, we're both creative and like just thinking of new ideas. How can we do this better? Yeah. I don't know. What? I don't know. Well, what do you think about that? Let me just keep complimenting you. It's really hard to like get people who not only, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but like this has been my life and like I've put a lot of time, but like to be really good at videography and photography as a technician, operating a camera, seeing like composition, then editing, like being really proficient editing. Chris, like I thought I was a fucking good editor, and like I am. I've edited for years, but like Chris, I've never seen someone edit like you in terms of speed, anything. So that's another thing, editing, video. But then there's also this knowledge of social media and like having your finger in the zeitgeist, like I was talking about with Tom and Fritz, and like understanding culture and like what is cool or whatever you want to say in that realm. And like just like, you know, and then this, I don't know how to say it. It's like a new thing, but like posting on social media, like social media presence, you know, managing content, like strategical content orientation, like all these things that sound so fugazi, but that are so important for businesses like myself or you, or now like anyone can like have a business on social media, but like all those things to be at a high level at all those things is like pretty rare, and to be normal and nice, you know, it's like, so it's like, damn, this kid is so dope. And so that's why you're such a high value asset, because it's like all of those things, like some people can be really good, like the Mario, you know, like acceleration, turning, you know, whatever, like maybe it's like really high somewhere, but to be really good at all that is pretty incredible. And so that's why, thank you, Chris is the boss and this podcast and managing the social media and blah blah blah. All right, so what's the best thing about me? The best thing, you want me to go first for you? The thing, I can't think of anything bad because shut up, dude. No, literally, like we have a grown discourse. Whenever you're doing something I don't like, I tell you, and then you change it. So like, there's no, I can't think of anything. What about my neurosis? I'm the same way as you. So it's like, it'd be weird for me to be like, oh, you're so crazy about everything. I have one thing about you that's not like terrible, but that I think you go too fast sometimes. What do you mean? I think like you're very fast paced. You do things really fast, and sometimes it's too fast. You make a mistake. I agree. But it's like very minuscule. Yeah. I mean, I'm literally picking here, but I agree. It's mostly a benefit, but and I think I do. I think I could probably say that to myself too. Yeah. Other than that, no, there's nothing. This is a utopian relationship. Yeah, dude. We're both very open people. If there's something wrong, I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to like sit in the corner and be mad about it and not say anything. It's like, it makes my life harder. I have 100%. To come into work anxious. Like, well, I can't do that. I remember telling you, we had these conversations literally so early on when we hardly knew each other. I was like, dude, I can't have like, I need everything on the table, you know, like
Literally.
I can't hide things or like
Yeah.
if you're doing something wrong,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
that's been the basis of our relationship. And
We
it's like,
we started out that way. That's why I feel like everything's so good.
Mhm.
Because like, I don't know if this is us both being in therapy, but we just like know how to communicate
Yeah.
with each other, and we're
Yeah.
just like, yeah, we just like let each other know.
no, that's true. Yeah. Communicate in a way that's not like degrading or,
Yeah.
yeah, just honesty.
Yeah.
And as long as it's respect, then yeah, you should be able to
Always.
tell me, no, this is wrong. You did this awfully. It should be this way. Or like, I really think this is a better way. Because why wouldn't I want that?
Yeah.
And I haven't had it my whole like life or like my whole whatever professional life. It's like no one has told me anything,
Mhm.
and I knew I wanted it. Like I'm
Mhm.
not some like monster.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
We've just been smoking each other's salmon for a couple minutes here, which is great. I feel great about that. But like
You love that phrase.
smoke. I know I use it too. Dude, and it's like this podcast is like literally exposing me, but
Yeah.
like I have phrases that I think are just so wonderful and useful.
What else?
Well, there's like analogies like smoke your salmon or like
You obviously-
words or like
Okay.
I can't think of them, but I know I use them way too much. And
Self-aware king over here.
no, but like this podcast is exposing me, but it's fine. I'll learn new phrases. But I want to talk about like social media as a whole because it's so interesting and it's like our lives, it's our jobs, but like it's like this ever morphing, changing medium of content and like, you know, getting people's attention and entertainment. And like Chris does post stuff a lot. His own channels, you should obviously go follow him. But like, how would you think about social media? Like, I know that's so open-ended and I should get more specific, but do you know what I mean? It's like, how do you feel about it? You posting on it, you posting for other people, starting businesses on it. Like, is it something that you think is awesome?
I mean, I guess I'm severely addicted to it in
Yeah.
an unhealthy way,
Yeah.
but it's my life,
Yeah.
so it's tough to balance it. Like, I love it and I'm here because of it, but it's like not good for you at the end of the day. Like,
I think so too.
it's hard to like separate being on Instagram for work and personal. It's like it's the same thing. Like I look at one thing for work and then I'm like, oh, there's 10 other posts that I get to look at, and it's hard. I mean, I love it and it's like this amazing tool we all have now, but it's like I feel like I'm in a weird space right now where I'm trying to like stop using my phone all the time, but I just like can't.
Yeah. I mean,
What do you think about that? I know you feel the same way.
I completely agree. And it's like, it's the double-edged sword. It's like
Yeah.
we have to be on top of it.
Yeah.
Like our job is to literally be on top of it, consuming, also making. Consuming helps us make, making more. You have to post it. But I think it's so toxic and like I'm severely addicted and I think it sucks a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But I think also like I've never been like mega personal with it. So it's like mostly work stuff that I post.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, like my personality and my life is in it, but the consumption is like a disgusting level.
Yeah.
And I
that's
love
what
it.
it is. Yeah.
And it's not like I've always loved it. Like
Yeah.
you said, I've watched trillion YouTube videos. I've had 7 YouTube channels, so I've always done it. But like now with TikTok and Instagram and people, like it's also now you communicate with people on social media. Like I DM 70% more than I like text people
Yeah.
now, and it's like.
I mean, it's like all my jobs
Yeah.
have come from social media, so it's hard to like separate this thing.
It is, but it's also epic and wonderful, and it's
Yeah.
like the opportunity is incredible. I mean, we met because of it. My whole like career in life is because of it, but it's like totally bad. And I don't know if I could see a way where it could be not what it is now in terms of like how much I use it, because like you
Yeah.
need to be on top of it.
I know.
And also like if you want to stay on top of I know this sounds so lame, but like the memes or like
Yeah.
the trendy things, like
Yeah.
that is all like strategic
Yeah. And
to
it's
know.
a lot of that stuff isn't like the surface level stuff. Like you have to be scrolling for a little bit to find that
Mhm.
stuff. You know, you're not going to get served those at first
Mm-hmm.
because the algorithm's like, I don't know how they feel about this yet, but we'll give it to them once they've been looking for an hour or two. You know?
No, it's terrible. I'm curious what people think. If you're watching, comment what you think about social media. But I mean, this is also very specific for us, kind of social media whores
Yeah.
as we are.
Yeah.
Um,
So I've been doing, I guess, It's been like a few days now. Shottober. I don't know if I'm calling it that, but just posting.
Shottober?
Shottober.
Oh yeah, talk about that.
Just posting every day. I don't
Posting
know.
what?
Just like whatever. I mean, I've been making content for other people for a while. I had time to make some for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just been posting every day. Photos, and then I'm trying to make a few TikToks. Make an attempt to kind of grow my personal brand instead of other people's for once. So
Yeah, that's
what
awesome.
I'm working on right now.
That's sweet. Everyone go check it out. But you also do always post on your stuff. Like that's why it's amazing. Like you edit for so many people.
Yeah.
But you also have time to make like high quality shit for yourself.
Yeah.
But I think that's great, man.
I don't know. I just love the shit. So it's like it doesn't feel like I'm working when I like make a video for myself. So like.
But like I love the idea of like the time frame challenge.
Yeah.
30 days.
Yeah. Well, it's probably gonna be a little bit longer. Should I talk about my ideas? So I made this like fall. I love fall, and not to be cliche, pumpkin spice latte. But
I love pumpkin spice lattes.
I like seeing the contrast between. Have you had one yet this year?
I've had a couple. Like I said, I don't drink coffee, but like my friends will have, and I'll certainly take a sip and a gander because it's delicious.
Yeah. So I just like the contrast between the orange leaves and the green leaves. So a few years ago, when I got back from California, no fall in California. So that next year, I was just like every day going out, taking pictures in the fall. And I made this like collage. It was the same tree in my backyard. And it was once when it was green and once when it was orange. And I like photoshopped it together. So I'm just kind of making that, but I'm going to be posting every day. So I'll make a cool video or something like that.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Yeah,
That's
the
the
photo
plan.
of the tree is really sick.
Yeah.
Really sick.
Yeah, you can put it in there. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, you can, Chris.
Just talking to myself.
Yeah. No, this is like the most efficient as it gets.
Yeah.
Just cut. I do that when I record videos.
Yeah.
I'll have like a little monologue. I'll say cut.
Yeah.
B-roll this sequence. Put it back on.
Yeah.
And then keep talking. But yeah, it's cool. I think that's like a good way to turn social media into the creative avenue rather than like the whorish like slutation of like status and image. You know, it's like you're like that's the one thing I do think that's fine. That kind of sort of like placates my emotions. I say that a lot. Placates my emotions. Yeah. But the fact that it's like this really creative like outlet for me that I love.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes finishing a video, like a YouTube video or like a little TikTok or editing photos, like brings me more joy in terms of what I've made than a painting. Like I love it a lot. The fact that like it's the place where I can get a lot of eyeballs and I could display what I've created. Like that seems very authentic.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunately surrounded by a bunch of inauthenticity.
And something I struggle with is just like getting validation from posting a picture.
That's exactly
and then,
right.
Like getting all these likes, and I was like, oh, this one's doing good.
Yep.
And this one's not. Why? Blah, blah, blah. And that's like another downside to it, you know?
Totally.
So I don't know. It's tricky.
Well, it's a slippery slope. I mean, especially when making money from it, you know, like when it's like monetized, it's even more terrible. But it's like, gotta play the game.
Yeah.
And also, it's like one of those things, again, not to keep harboring on social media, but I just thought about this. Like, it is so accessible and it is universal. And if you have an internet connection, you can do really amazing things with social media. Again, surrounded in sort of this toxic, like, status and image, like, whatever validation, fucking hell loop. But it is really amazing for a lot of reasons because you can do anything you want. You can find niches and communities and like-minded people. And you could also start businesses and you can, you know, open your world in a pretty dramatically awesome way.
Yeah, man.
And it's freaking crazy.
And in this way, you can be from anywhere in the world and you can like make a name for yourself. And you don't have to be in a certain spot. Like you don't have to be in New York or LA or Miami or whatever. You could be anywhere now and build this following.
Kuwait, Japan, Russia, the Ozarks.
Yeah.
Yep. Anywhere with an internet connection. That's what, wait, would it be saying it makes the world smaller or it makes the world bigger? It makes the world smaller almost, right?
Yeah.
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 Because like boundaries and borders and countries kind of, it doesn't matter on social media. You're just on Instagram.
Yep.
Or you're a TikToker.
Yeah.
Ugh. What do you think about TikTok?
I love it, dude.
Oh, me
It's the
too.
best, bro. I'm tired of telling people to get a TikTok. It's like, what are you doing?
You're right, dude.
Especially if you like work in this world. It's just like I'm
Man, dude.
I'm done convincing people. It's like a lot. Like I don't. All right, you're lost. Like I'm trying to help you out. Like
I feel you, bro. I've said it to way too many people, and I'm done telling them.
Yeah, dude.
You have to be on TikTok. It's like for business purposes and eyeballs, organic growth, blah blah blah.
It's also the best.
Well, it's funny and fun and
It's
easy
like-
and so addicting.
We had Vine, and then we had this like loss of like this stupid short form content that's so good and just like, and now it's back, and now it's like it's ripping.
Well, it's here to stay.
Yeah.
Were you ever on Musical.ly?
No.
I never had that. Yeah.
No.
I was even late to TikTok.
I got it like beginning of quarantine.
Oh yeah, me
So-
too. That's pretty late because it was
Yeah.
like for a year before
Yeah,
that, and it was big for a year.
I definitely wasn't on it before that.
I remember my cousin, one of my second cousins, this younger girl, she was probably like 13, 14, was showing me it. And I knew about it
Mm-hmm.
because of like it was popping off in the news, and also just Instagram. People were like reposting with the TikTok logo. And I was like, oh, I'll never get that. And she showed me, and she was just swiping. And I was so confused. And I was like, what is this? Like, you can't search. Like, there's no, I mean, people have like profiles, but you just swipe. And she's like, yeah, you just like follow and you swipe, and it like gives you things that you like. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah.
And now it's just Instagram is changing their entire platform to be like it. Like, it is insane. But yeah. What about your
how do we feel about Instagram? Is it dead? Feels like it.
good call? I don't think I don't know, it's a good question. I think it's gonna follow a similar path of like how Facebook kind of died, but Facebook is sort of like this hub for like information and like you know, it's like can you imagine like this metaverse conversation where it's like your digital character, and it's like you get the homepage of like photos and friends, and like it's no longer kind of where you share stuff like it is, and like you go to a wedding, oh, you were here, you have Instagram stories. I think stories we were talking about is like almost more popular than like a feed. But TikTok is like the content now. It is the entertainment. It is like the funny whatever cooking video, like that's the place to like consume, whereas Instagram's more of just like a living archive. Does that make sense?
I agree. It's just like the organic growth thing is just like limiting it so much. It's like you can only get what you look out for, and TikTok there's like this natural way to find new people, and I think Instagram's like kind of doing it now. They like show you new posts in your feed, but they just like don't hit the same. I don't know. And you can tell that it's someone you don't follow instantly.
Yep.
Whereas TikTok, that's like there's two options. It's like people you follow and people you don't, and you like want to be in the spot where you don't follow people.
Dude, I literally only follow like my friends, but I don't check my follow. I only go for you.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I see
know
my
why I
friends,
like
but no, it's completely opposite.
But your friends also show up in your For You page too. So like
100%.
you'll see them like that.
No, that's the stark difference.
But yeah, I've really changed how I post on Instagram. I'm pretty much centered all around stories now, because I don't know if I heard or read this thing. It's just like a lot of people don't look at posts anymore. They'll get like 4 in and they'll just look at stories. So now I just like make everything for vertical, and I put all my time into my stories, and I kind of treat it as like my own gallery. I have this personal gallery every night. I'm going to use every inch of the frame. I'm not going to just like repost a thing for someone. If I'm going to post it, I'm going to get the full thing and have it consume your full screen. And it's been really working for me. And I don't know, this is just like me specifically because of like I have a smaller following, but I get way more replies on my individual stories than I do when I post, like because people know that they're leaving a comment and it's going to be there publicly. But when they just get to send a message to you, it's like they could say whatever, and
it's like saying hey in person.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't last. It's just what's up.
Yeah.
Fleeting.
And then also like the more people reply and share your things, the more it gets shown to other people.
Yeah.
So if you want some advice, take your story seriously.
Gang. Honestly, yeah. I think a lot of people, we're so in the know and like so overly dosing like in it, but like people are like, what are they talking about?
Stories.
Like, no, yeah, but that's the life as a freaking TikToker.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about something. Oh, I think, and it was Snapchat, right? They did like invented stories.
Yeah.
I think that was like the most revolutionary shit.
Oh,
It
yeah.
changed our world.
It did. And then you got fucked.
Yeah, and then Instagram fucked them. But like in terms of that idea, it's like,
yeah.
like, do you remember back then, man? I remember it came out. I was like, what?
Yeah.
You post something for 24 hours and it like then disappears? Like, what?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, it's literally a living current archive.
Yeah.
It's like as close as you get from live streaming.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I think it's genius and it's like innate now in people.
Yeah.
It's like, update. Here's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, instead of sending it to everyone, you just put it out. Anyone could look at what you like. And it's toxic. Again, this isn't like I'm not trying to idealize this or what is it called?
Glamorize?
Glamorize. Wait, what's the other one? It's
know what you're
exactly like
thinking about.
that. It's I have it. It's exactly glamorized. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What is it? So I feel like it starts with a G.
Glorified.
Yes, glorify.
Jesus.
I'm not trying to glorify like posting your life online. That's exactly it. I knew it was a G. Yes. But it is like this thing, and then from that point, it's just like forever. Like, can you imagine being some entertainer that's not always sharing what they're doing?
Yeah.
Like it's backwards almost to think like that.
But there
Just
are
crazy.
some people that they kind of post a little, but when they do post, it hits. So there's
course.
kind of two fields of view, I feel like.
Yeah.
Specifically with like YouTube, even more. There's like weekly creators, and then there's like monthly creators who like upload one video that's like 30 minutes a month, and those videos like do the same numbers as 4 videos would do in a month.
Completely right.
You know, so I kind of compare it to that.
No, I completely. Yeah, I feel like I'm just trying to like dissect the conception and theory of like social media. It's so interesting.
Do you use Snapchat anymore?
I mean, to like only my personal friends.
Yeah, same.
So that's it. Like
I
a
know.
messenger to my personal friends, or like to
Exactly.
talk to girls, or like that's literally it. But no,
Yeah.
I haven't posted a story on Snapchat and can't even remember when.
Yeah, no, I just use close friends too, so I really don't
Yeah.
use Snapchat.
Yeah. No, it's true. Poor Snapchat. But I think they still make decent money. I mean, in terms of like,
you can like make money on there if you
Yeah, it's
get
crazy.
if you get like one of your videos in one of those like tabs. I don't know, they can like go, but they're trying to like they have like a whole TikTok kind of section too. But
yeah, no, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they'll grab the younger kids. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's all about getting those younger kids, dude. We're like past their demo. Like
For sure.
they're the trendsetters.
Well, they're
Whatever they do is
Exactly.
like, you know.
It's like every year there's
Yeah.
10 million new people
Yeah.
ready to like start something new,
Yeah.
and then everyone else follows.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why everyone wants to be younger. You know?
Is that it?
I don't know. But I feel like it's true. It's like youth drives culture.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it always has, I feel like. Well,
Mhm.
specifically more than now. Now you really see it. Like
Uh-huh.
the radio and TV, it's like all these TikTok stars are getting these massive deals, and all the songs on the radio are TikTok songs. It's
Yep.
like now I feel like it's just so evident. I feel like the younger generation always drives stuff, but now you can really like see A to B.
100%.
Yeah.
And like the turnover is just so fast.
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
someone blows up, everyone's on it, and then they become the icon of culture.
Yeah.
But like back then, maybe it was only like a couple artists, you know, a year, and they blow up, and their career lasts way longer. Now it's like 600 people a month
Yeah.
blow up,
Yeah.
and they have their like 10 minutes of fame, and then it kind of is on to the next one, or
Yeah.
the
And
next person to do something.
That's another
ridiculous.
thing. It's like so many people blow up but don't have like the work ethic or the back catalog to like keep going.
Mm.
Because like you have one viral video that can like set you apart from all this other people. Because the main example I think of is Sarah Dietschy, you know her, right?
Of course, I love her.
So she made that Casey Neistat video, like copying him or whatever. And then like I remember watching that video because he made a video about it, and
Mhm.
I follow her, and I was like, oh my God, she has all these other videos. And I ended up watching all her other videos, and that's how you like get people in. It's like you make content for a while, and then one of them goes, and
Yep.
then you have this like thing for people to be like, oh, they're not just like one.
Yeah,
They're
it's
not
like your
like a
evidence.
one-time thing. Yeah.
Yeah, completely.
And then they'll follow and you'll keep making stuff.
That's like totally my strategy.
Yeah.
In terms of like, I have a huge back catalog. Also, I have nothing to prove almost because it's like, look at
Yeah.
any of my work or look
Yeah.
at the videos I've made for years. So,
Yeah.
but like, it's like, yeah, make one good video to get people in and then hopefully they'll see the rest and be like, oh, this is entertaining or, oh, this is helpful or this is cool.
Yeah.
So it's valid.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your future goals as a creator for yourself? And also maybe what are goals for our relationship and what we're doing? Marry me?
So what we're doing, I don't know. I just want to like make more stuff,
Mhm.
meet more people, have more people on the podcast. Cause that's like my favorite part about podcasts and doing this specifically. It's like I've met so many new
Yeah.
people that I would have never met before. And I'm sure you too. Like I just like building relationships and meeting new people and then meeting new people. And if people I think that was too far down, but it's all right.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Got him. That will say. Sorry. What?
I just lost my train of thought.
I know that was my fault.
Oh.
Sorry. Do you think it was too down? Also, I thought I nailed
I
it.
don't know. It's fine. Whatever. It'll cut off my head. I don't fucking care. Whatever. What was I saying?
I don't know. No, you want to meet people. That's the best
Oh,
part.
and then-
you love meeting people. I know. You almost like meeting people more than I do.
Well, I'm just like I'm like new to New York.
Me
I'm
too.
just trying to
Yeah,
like
no, I
build
love
out
it.
my network. Not build out my network, but just like make friends. I'm like,
Like-minded people, man.
Yeah,
You
and
want to
like-
connect.
so when we do have people and then people fuck with us, they're like, oh, I want to come back and hang out
Mhm.
and like make a video and like do all that. So that's like, I'm just excited about that.
Me too.
And honestly, everything. Like we have a bunch of ideas for stuff we want to do. I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We're on the same page,
Yeah.
so I feel like we're both
I
excited
know.
about
yeah,
the same
and I kind of
thing.
know what you want, and
Yeah.
you know what I want because we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
But what I like laid up to Chris, and like what I try to tell myself all the time, is like because we know so many things. We know that people do it right. We talk about other really successful podcasts, other people in these similar production scenarios, but it's like, and this is like something I'm happy to talk about and be transparent about. But like, I'm so lucky to have this resource, and we have this opportunity. It's like, what could we do? Dream scenario, fantastical situation. Like, don't think of money, don't think of budgets, don't think of any limiting factors. What is exactly something that you would want to make, something that's unique, something that people haven't done before, with all this equipment, with all this resource and this, experience, like what could be fucking awesome to make? And that's like the basis that I feel like is important for us to think about,
Yeah, man.
which is very lucky,
Yeah.
like we're very great. I'm grateful and we're in a good situation, but like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the best way to think about it because that is going to be, I don't know. It's like a inspiring sort of like, don't let anything hinder the kind of like conception
Yeah.
of making stuff.
Yeah. And then as far as my personal stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like making, I don't know. I just like, I'm still trying to figure it out, to
Mhm.
be honest. And I like have ideas of what I want to do. I got some cool stuff coming out. I mean, it should be out pretty soon after this. I worked with one of my friends, Ricky Velez, on his HBO special. I didn't work on the special. I worked on like the behind the scenes and
Mhm.
stuff.
So sick.
So I'm making a video for that.
Wait, what
and-
are you making? I actually didn't know that. You're making like a longer video?
Just like some
Or a bunch of
Instagram
clips.
stuff. I've
That's
been
dope.
working with him and I'm excited about that stuff. And then I'm just trying to like, I don't know, grow my personal brand.
Mhm.
So that's kind of the
What
purpose.
does that mean? Can we dissect that in 2 minutes? What do you mean by grow a personal
Grow followers on TikTok and Instagram.
brand?
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Like I have a personal brand. I meant like kind of the number side because I know I do this stuff and
Mhm.
I just been making stuff that I like. Not that I'm gonna make more stuff. I'm gonna make like more. I don't put personality into my
Right.
videos, so I'm gonna start injecting more of me in videos, and that should pick up more steam. And
Yeah, and cater to like the entertainment.
yeah, because I
aspect.
just like post these fun edits, but they're not like
Yeah.
there's no like personality in them.
Mhm.
There's no like reason to follow after you see them. They're like, oh, this is cool, but so just trying
Good
to
call.
grow my personal brand. That's the kind of the point of this
Mm.
posting everyday thing. Make a bunch of TikToks.
Shot-tober.
Yeah, just trying to meet people. Your phone's ringing. Unbelievable.
Yeah, but it was on vibrate at least.
Oh, I felt it.
Solicitor. Or it was my mom, one of the two.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to. I want to like get into music and fashion stuff.
Oh, cool.
So
Yeah, you're into fashion a lot.
Yeah,
Way more than I.
I've been working on it. Yeah, and I want to just like put that out there. I want to be in that world. So
We're
yeah.
such also tadpoles, I feel like, you know?
What do you mean?
Like, so new.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we've been going ham, of course, for the last
Yeah.
4 months, but it's
Yeah.
like, that's one of the things I also try to remember. It's like, chill out. Like, you just started.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah,
we've been doing this for a while, but in terms of like the level we're at now in New York, it's like, an important thing for me is be like, to not plan. Because you want to be fluid and modular to new things that come. I mean, specifically like with getting jobs or doing projects, but even like your interests.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you're not going to know what you're going to be into in 6 months. Maybe it's completely different.
True.
Like have goals and your desires to make things exactly like your October thing. But for me, it's like, all right, let's not get too ahead of myself. It's like maybe it's October now. Maybe in March, you know, we'll be doing weird other stuff that I'll be super into.
Yeah. Before I forget, the reason why I forgot to say this before, I want to grow my personal brand is I want to start working with other brands to make content for them, get paid, make more money. So if you're a brand and you like my videos and you want to make a video, but my way, I shouldn't say that, but
your company is not flourishing to its fullest potential because you don't have Chris.
Yeah.
Is literally what the truth is of the matter.
Yeah.
But so you want to like kind of who was asking this? You want to do not correspondence, but you want to like
no, I just want to like
consult and like manage or like
I want to make videos for brands,
creative direct,
like cool stuff, but like cool like I want to grow my brand because I could probably make videos for like smaller brands that I don't really rock with. But
what?
But I feel like once you kind of grow your following and you have a little bit behind you, you can show that people like your videos and they like them, so that I can reach out to brands that I do like and they're like, oh, we like this kid, instead of kind of reaching out to them now. I don't know.
Being like an ambassador for brands almost?
No, I want to like make videos
for
of
them.
products for them.
Okay.
But
yeah, that's cool. You could easily do that, bro.
Yeah, I know, but I want to like work with the brands that I want to work with, not like these like shitty brands.
Jesus, yeah. I want a freaking set of wings also. Like, figure it out. No, that's cool. I think you could do that easily, man. I mean, it's only, again, like, give it a year. That's so it's crazy. Yeah. Like, I think it's one of my best attributes and worst. We were talking about this like long kind of timeline thinking. Like I really do think in like years, and like you can't really get things done. You can only get things done in like a year. You know, it's like you work really hard for a year and then maybe you'll see some seedling of success or progression or whatever you're doing. But also I think of like so short term, I want to do this now, and it's like kind of bad because it's not realistic. So I'm saying it's like, dude, you know, if that's a goal, even if you work for it, you won't get it in a year, but like, you know, it hasn't even been 4 or 5 months. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And I'm kind of venting for myself, but I think it applies to that.
Yeah. And all this stuff too is like, I have my main work, and so all this other stuff is just kind of like side hustle, other projects. So it's not like top of my mind. And before I forget, I think before I want to say this, but I didn't want to interrupt you. But just like this whole getting here and moving here, and it's just like we want to do so many different things, and it's like really overwhelming. Like I don't know about you, but some days I would just like freak out and be like, I have 70 ideas of things I want to do, and I can't even do one. Yeah, and it's like I don't even know how I bring this up, but
no,
just like
it's true, man. I mean, we were talking about this. Like we'll upload this probably soon, so it's current. But like I haven't uploaded a YouTube video in like 4 weeks, so I'm taking a break because it is so much. It's overwhelming. Yeah. And it sucks when it's like your passion and your job and your identity and your hobby or whatever, all the marbles in the basket, like you could burn out super quick. Yeah. And it is just overwhelming. I mean, there's no other way to say that. Yeah. Follow Chris, everybody.
Be tuned. I'm going to interview Slew next time. All right.
Oh, hells yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. We got awesome guests coming next week. Also, if you're watching to the end, what do people think about reaction videos and like memes and TikTok? We're going to start a Reddit page for people to submit like funny memes, interesting photos or just anything to react to. I know that's kind of like a triggering, gross word, reaction.
Well,
but I think it's like people have interesting things for us to talk about, or me and a guest to talk about.
Yeah.
I think that's actually really fun. And I watch videos like that because I think it's interesting. So we're going to try to roll that stuff in. So let us know what you think.
Follow me. This is my first time ever being on camera.
I know, you killed it.
Thanks, man.
Wait, really?
Well, not really.
Well, you're kind of on the Oops podcast a little.
No, I'm not.
Well, you talk a little.
Video.
No, no video.
I've never been this long.
You're going to Photoshop, keyframe, and like rotoscope yourself
It's
the
too much
entire
fucking
time?
work.
No, you're going to be great.
I don't hate myself.
Maybe I should edit this one and not you.
Really?
I don't really want to, but like.
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
Like, what do you think?
Please.
I would do it.
I know you would, but
I could edit it today.
I don't want you to give you work.
No, I could do it today. But would you want that I'm saying?
Yeah, I would,
you're
but that would just mean less work for me. Not in, I don't.
I'd be happy to edit it. You want to do that?
If you really want to.
Yeah, I could do it today. I'm not meeting, what time? Yeah, dude. I'm not meeting my mom till 3 o'clock, 4. Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Because then you're going to be surprised and you're not going to know what I cut out or what I keep in.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, sweet. Follow
All right,
Chris. Peace.
bye.